Capricorns. Welcome to Tarot with Kat. I am Kat. I do readings every Monday morning for all the fire and earth signs and every Wednesday morning for all the air and water signs. So welcome, welcome. This is the reading for Capricorns for the week of October 20th through the 27th. If you enjoy the video, don't forget to hit the like button down there. It helps me out a lot. It helps YouTube know that you like my content. And think about subscribing to my channel. I'd really appreciate it. I'm trying to get that up. This is a brand new channel, and I'd love to open a membership section so I could do more extended reads. So I'd appreciate your help. Any help that you can give with that would be so appreciated. All right. So, astrologically speaking, and I'm not an astrologist, but I do follow astrology for my own readings and for my own understanding of the tarot. It so affects the tarot, especially in these general readings that I do on Mondays and Wednesdays. It's the same energy, it's linked. So energetically speaking right now with what's happening with the planets, where they're headed and where they are currently this week. For all of the earth signs, there's going to be a theme of grounded growth and strategic renewal during this period. It's like a pull back and examine and repair and get ready to step into the new phase of your life kind of a energy right now. And so career and purpose are going to come into focus for you, Capricorn. You might feel pulled between ambition, wanting to get and rest, and just hanging back and sitting back and resting. The stars suggest balancing out both. Oftentimes you'll find when you're wanting to push forward, you stop and you take that rest. It doesn't take a very long rest, and then some other inspiration, some new thing comes to you, and you go back and you step back into the work being just even more energized. So I think the key for you, the stars are suggesting right now that you have to find that balance, Capricorn. Strategic planning now is going to set the stage for success later for you. Don't rush, refine your goals, is what the planets say. Now let's see what the tarot says, shall we? This is the reading for Capricorn for the week of October 20th through the 27th. All right. I am using the Centennial Smith weight deck, which I've linked in the description under the video. If you go down there and you click on more, there's actually a lot of information in my video description. Well, there you are. Nine of Swords. A lot of information in the description of the video, including links to all the decks that I use. For some of my family and friends, they've really appreciated that I've started putting biblical references for my readings as well, because it's all a connected energy. And if you really love this reading and you want to support me and my channel, there's also a link to buy me a cup of coffee. I wouldn't turn that down either. So, all right. Capricorn, you are coming up as the Nine of Swords this week. You are being crossed as your awareness obstacle by a Queen of Swords. Down here in your subconscious tool shed, which you're bringing with you, is the Two of Wands. In your immediate past, stepping out of the immediate past was this Nine of Cups feeling of being very satisfied. Crowning you is more swords, the Six of Swords. You'll be stepping into, in your immediate future, a Six of Wands. That's beautiful. 6 here to 6. Love, love, love. You and your environment, Capricorn, are going to be feeling another 6. Look at all the 6s. You got 6, 6, 6 here. You're going to be feeling the 6 of Pentacles in your environment, which is really nice. You've also got 2 9s here. You got the Nine of Swords here and the Nine of Cups here in your immediate past. Interesting. I'm just looking at your numerology at the moment. Okay, so you're going to be feeling like this week like the 6 of Pentacles. Your environment itself is going to hand you the King of Pentacles. That's gorgeous. Nice. Your hopes and fears sector is these Wands, 7 of Wands. No big deal. pressing onward, your final outcome, a Tower. The Tower. Don't be afraid, don't be afraid. But this is one of the scary tarot cards. So I did a video for the month of October for Halloween, which has done a little bit of fun, but also explains all the scariest cards in the tarot deck. The ones I used to hate to get when I was a tarot reader because I didn't want to explain them because they were scary. This is one of them, the Tower card. So I will link that video at the end of this, so do hang around to the end and check out my scariest cards in the tarot. We'll put that there for now. And then I like to pull one more card as our clarification or confirmation card here from my holographic Rider-Waite deck. This card will, lately with all my readings today, and there it is, it's been confirmation, just clear confirmation, like the same card coming up as the final outcome, or like, I've had a lot of that, but it'll either be clear-cut confirmation or further clarification of this reading for us today. And we're going to keep it covered up until the end. So try to use your intuition. And as we're doing this reading, if at any time you think you might know what's under here, put that down in the comment section below. All right, Capricorn. You're coming up this week, Capricorn, with this Nine of Swords. Also, yes, so also in my scariest cards in the tarot, along with the Tower here. So also with my scariest cards in the tarot, it's anxiety, it's sleepless nights, it's so many thoughts in your head that you cannot sleep, is what the Nine of Swords are. You're at the end of a cycle. You're coming to the end of something, Capricorn, that's been really difficult. You've had a lot of things coming to light. You've been having to examine a lot of things. And so now you've got a lot of things on your mind. You've got so much on your mind is where you are this week, Capricorn. A lot on your mind. And so you're being crossed by this Queen of Swords. So this is your challenge. It's not really an obstacle. I think it's your challenge because of how you're feeling, because of this anxiety that's going on in your mind as you're being challenged to be more like the Queen of Swords and be kind in your words and your thoughts. Be kind to yourself in your thoughts is, I think, what the Queen of Swords says to you as your challenge. Be nurturing of yourself, especially in your own mind. And you'll be okay. I think that's why that's your challenge, is to try to have more of that Queen of Swords energy. She values logic and reason, and she's very stable, and she's not super emotional. And that's, I think, who you want to try to be. You have in your subconscious this Two of Wands, this feeling of like wanting to like travel or go or make a choice and make a change, and go somewhere else, go somewhere new, follow your passions, where they may take you. And I feel like for you, Capricorn, that's like kind of how that spirit, you have that spirit in you, and you're bringing that spirit of wanting to go off and follow some new passion. I'm like that. I get bored. I want to go follow the next new thing. And so you have that in your subconscious that's coming to light this week to be aware of. You're stepping out of, in the immediate past, in like October, you've been feeling quite satisfied, this feeling of just complete satisfaction. Again, a 9 though. So I said you're at the end of a cycle, because that's what a 9 is. And this is the 9. It's the 9 of Cups. So it's beautiful and it's fulfillment, but it's also at the end of something. It's in your past. And so it's at the end of a cycle. So there's still more. There's still more to go on and to come. It's beautiful having felt satisfied in your immediate past. Here, crowning you is a 6 of Swords. So you're trying to get back. I think you've been quite unstable last week and the weeks before, knowing what went on. And if you go back and look at last week's reading and stuff, there's been there's a lot of fives. There's a lot of instability, and you're coming out of the instability now. And especially with what the planets have been doing energetically, it felt very unstable, very wishy-washy, very, what's happening? And so now that's starting to settle down, and we're getting through it. That's what the Six of Swords is. It's getting safely across to the other side. It's getting past that instability. Sixes are getting back to stability, getting back to safety. So you got the Six of Swords in your crown, and you got the Six of Wands in your immediate future. Another six, another coming back to stability. This is success, triumph, a minor victory. It's not the victory of like an Ace of Wands kind of victory, but it's victories won. It's feeling successful. It's getting accolades. It's getting attention for job well done, stuff like that. You're going to be having something like that at the end of October, stepping into your immediate future at the end of this week. And you got another six. So you've got the six here, you got the six here, you got the six here, you got the Six of Pentacles. You and your environment this week. So you're going to be doing pretty well, and you're going to be giving back. Somehow you're going to be giving back to people, whether it's, and it doesn't necessarily mean monetarily. It might be of your time, of your expertise or whatever. But this shows you this week in your environment. This is the card of giving and tithing, something that's very important to reach true success and really harvest things and stuff. You need to give to get. So this Six of Pentacles reminds you of that. It's very back in balance, and because you're doing well, to keep things balanced out, you give back, or you give to others in need. So your environment is giving you the King of Pentacles, more Pentacles here in your environment. So your environment's handing you wonderful, beautiful financial opportunities, I think, as far as your either health, wealth, or finances. You've got some stability there in your environment right now. It's starting to happen for you this week. And then you have in your hopes and fears, and I'm sure it's your fears. You're fearing this Seven of Wands. This is having to, because you've come through the sixes now, okay? So you're coming back to some stability, and you're coming through things, and you're feeling some anxiety probably. You're wanting to settle your mind and be kind to yourself and your mind, but you're having to battle. You fear having to defend yourself and having to battle things and having to fight for what you want, and fight things and fight for your opinion, and it's in your fear section. So you're fearing that you're above it all, you've got it, but you just don't want to have to deal with that. You don't want to have to deal with the battle that you're going to have to do after the six, after this little triumph and stuff. This is only a six. You're not all the way through. You got to keep going. And so you're fearing the seven. Oh, did I just say 6, 7? Oh my God, I can't believe I said 6, 7. So anyway, but that's my fear. I'm a school teacher also. Anyway, in your final outcome, we've got the Tower card, one of our dark and scary cards in the tarot. Do watch my video on the scariest cards in the tarot. The one I always hated, the cards I always hated when they came up. And this is coming up in your final outcome. So this is a shakeup of your world. The Tower card comes up when your foundation is being shaken, when you are taking things into focus like you are right now in your career and your purpose, and you're following your ambition with your wands and everything, but you're also feeling pulled between ambition and rest. And you're making these discoveries about yourself that are causing you to totally change your whole outlook. That's the Tower. It's also unexpected things that happen to you. So the universe is throwing us all for a loop, and there's things that end up happening that none of us anticipated or could plan for. And so that could be the Tower too. So who knows? Some sort of Tower moment in your final outcome. But that's okay, because the Tower has to happen to get through to the other side and the Tower, and to grow. Okay, so when we're going through the kind of growth that we're going through right now, and we're setting stage for our success later and not rushing our goals and stuff, and we're wanting to level up in life, you have to experience the Tower. You have to. That old life, imagine your old life, that old image of you as a tower, that has to crumble away to make room and to rebuild on a bit better foundation, the new you, the new structure, the bigger, better tower, the 2.0 version, or, you know, that's what you got to do. You got to go through the Tower. So what could the confirmation card be? It could be confirmation in many of those. It could be about the swords you're feeling in your mind. It could be about, quieting your mind. It could be about your fear of these wands over here. I don't know. Let's see what our confirmation card is, shall we? The King of Pentacles. So yeah, your environment's giving you King of Pentacles, and you got to, I told you, all my cards have been coming out confirmation cards. We've been getting the same card, and yes, your environment is giving you stable King of Pentacles energy, stable health, wealth, finance in the environment this week, which is very positive. Do not fear the Tower. You need to, especially when you're pursuing those pentacles. You're going to have to go through some Tower experiences. You got this. You can handle this. You got this. I hope to see you back next week, Capricorn. I'm Kat with Tarot with Kat. Do hit that lotus blossom and check out my scariest, I don't know which, I always forget which side to point to. Lotus blossom to subscribe. Scariest cards in the tarot. Check it out. Also check out my brief little explanation about what the tarot is, what it isn't. Yeah, I promise you'll learn something you didn't know before. We'll see you back next week.